Filmora 15 brand new AI features. Hey guys, it's Shayan, and in today's tutorial, I'm going to show you the most effective few features that has been added in Filmora 15, which were not there in Filmora 14. Remember, AI capabilities have been incorporated in Filmora 14 and they were quite strong too. But this exclusive tutorial will show you how you can extend your videos using AI, how to add dynamic captions in any language that you want to. You can even translate that. You can highlight the word being spoke. You can highlight wherever you give emphasis. All of that can be maintained by one click. I'll show you how you can manage multiple timelines within the same window. I'll also show you how you can fetch dual monitor with which you can work with the source and your timeline at the same time. I'm also going to show you the brand new pen tool with which you can do unrealistic things like VFX, like anything and everything that you can imagine. Also, Filmora 15 brings in dynamic charts that can be used for your videos. You can use infographics, you can build charts, pie charts, donut, whatever you want to write within your videos using this amazing feature. It doesn't stop over here. You have the luxury of bringing in sub project within your timeline as well. If you are overwhelmed by these terminologies, don't worry, I'm going to explain it all in this little tutorial. So pay attention and don't skip any part of it. So let's jump over to my laptop and let's start. So the first feature that I'm going to explore is AI Extend. Now you can open Filmora and you will come to this dashboard over here, and in here you can see AI Extend, right? You can also come over to this three dots, click on this more, and this will take you to all the AI features that are there. Now remember, this is exclusively for Filmora 15. I have also got you covered with Filmora 14 all AI features as well in another video. So you can check it out on the I button over here or the link in the description, right? That being said, in here, this starts with the AI Extend, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So in here, you can find AI Extend. Just click on this, and what this basically does is that, say for example, you are photographing something or videographing something, and the video was supposed to be of 5 minutes, but you have missed the last 30 seconds. Maybe your camera went off, maybe there was some technical issue, whatever have happened. So currently you have to reshoot it again, right? But with AI Extend, you don't need that. AI Extend will take care of it. Let me show you how exactly this works. So in here, you can see I've taken a clip. Now let me play this. I hope you are being able to view this, right? So let's play this. There you go. There's the jump and it goes off over here. So I'm not sure where exactly this guy is landing. So maybe I want to add something over here, right? So I can use AI Extend feature right here. So I'll come to this. This is the AI Extend. Click on this. And in here, just come over here and extend this. You can see I have extended it, right? So this is the time I have extended. Now I could have extended more as well. That's up to me. Now I can come over here and I need to describe what extension I want. That is what should be the closing scene. So let me describe this like this. So I've written the man throws up his hands in the air and celebrates his jump, right? I can also include camera movement if I want to. That is a static shot, truck left, truck right, pan left, pan right. So all of that can be done. So let us go for pan left maybe, right? So I can control the camera movement just like this. And then I can control the timeline and the resolution as well. I can extend it up to 5 or 8 seconds. That's up to us, right? Now, once this is done, I'll click on generate. Okay, so now the extended one has come up, right? So let's see how it happens. So until now, this was the thing that we had. This is the thing that we had, right? Now there is the extended part. Look at that, exactly the way I told it. Like the celebration goes on, the camera pans, and look at this. It's now a complete video, right? It has the perfect ending. So this is very important functionality as far as I'm concerned, because there are a lot of times, especially when we do film things like this, sometimes some things get cut off. Sometimes we need a perfect ending. Those are missing. So we can take help of the AI to generate them as well. So I really hope that you have found this feature interesting. If so, then please cling on. There are more to come, right? So let's move on to our second one on the list. Okay, so the number 2 feature in our list is AI Captions, right? Now, for that, we need to import a media where we have some kind of talking going on. So let's do that. So in here, I've taken one of my clips, as you can see. So let's play this. Welcome to this module. And in this module, we are going to see how you can use PowerPoint. So you can see there is no captions whatsoever. This is a simple video that I've chosen. Now I'm going to add captions to it, right? So you must have seen the Instagram, YouTube shorts, all of those loves caption, because many people do keep their phone on mute and scroll. So for those, you need captions, right? So previously it was a tiresome job. You had to actually figure out what is being said. You had to manually add that, but no longer those are required. So let's go ahead, and to add captions, you just need to come over to this titles, click on that. And in here you have these things called AI captions, right? So just click on that. And in here you have a thing called dynamic caption, right? Click on that. And now you can actually generate the captions. You can see you can generate it for entire timeline, or you can do it for any selected clip as well. Then you can actually choose the transcription language. So this is the language in which you need the transcription. And then you can also choose a translation language as well. If you want to translate this into another language, say for example, I want to translate it to Hindi or Japanese or French or Spanish, whatever, I can do that using this as well, right? So you can see plenty of languages are supported, right? So this is quite amazing as far as Filmora 15 is concerned. That being said, now you can also keep this auto match on or off. That's up to you. Now, once this is done, I'll click on generate. And as you can see, the generation is in progress. So let's wait a little. Okay, so as you can see, it has come up over here. And now if we go over here, you can see the captions are coming. If you can focus over here, you can see the captions are coming, right? Now, a couple of things. First of all, the captions are very much small. As you can see, it's difficult to understand. Secondly, the position. Thirdly, how it is being highlighted. All of that we need to control, right? So I'm going to show you exactly how to do those. Don't worry. So the first things first, I need to adjust the actually size of the caption. So I'll select all of these together, right? All of these. Once this is done, I'll come over to this basic thing. And in here, we have a thing called scale. So we are going to scale this like this, right? And this is perfect. Now, I think it is being guarded behind my video over here. So what I'm doing is that I'm placing it on top. So for that, you can just select this and you can drag this, right? You can place it wherever you want to. Now, just for your visibility, I'm placing it on top. I could have done it anywhere that I want to basically, right? So that's how we can do the stuff. Now, you can even try to increase the scale by this as well if you want to. This gives you a little more visual control of things. So if you want to, this is also perfectly allow it, right? So that being said, now I placed it exactly on the middle. So that's how it happens. Now, if we play this, you would see the captions are perfect. So now let's play this.
Welcome to this module, and in this module, we are going to see how you can use PowerPoint to create animated.
So you can see this, right? So it's happening perfectly, but a couple of things I want to say over here. You can see there are multiple colors being used, first of all. And secondly, if required, say for example, some transcription has gone wrong, so you want to manually change it. Where from you can do that. So it's pretty simple. You just need to come over to the caption that you want to edit. Just click on that. And in here, come over to the text, right? And in here, you can see everything is highlighted. So if you want to make a change, you can do that. You can see which words are going to be highlighted, right? It's showing this, where is the emphasis. If you don't want to give emphasis, just select this off and boom, it would be turned into normal. If you want to add emphasis to anything, you can just select over here and click on emphasis and boom, it will give emphasis to that. Now, why this emphasis is required? Let me show you that as well. So for that, we need to come out to this basic. And in here, you can see there are a few things like active words. So you can see the active word is going to be highlighted with this bluish kind of tinge color. You can see this, right? Then you can see the keywords. The keywords would be highlighted with a yellow color. This is where we use the emphasis thing. So the things that you want to emphasize or you want to give as a keyword, you can select them, make them emphasis, and then you can select their colors. You can change them as well. That's totally up to you. If you want to make it red, you can do that as well. And you can see it is being changed over here. And if you want to change the color of this one, that is the normal words that are being there, which is normally in white, you can just come over to this text, click on that. And in here, you can change the color as well. So let's make it green just for an example and look at this. So I'm just giving you example. You can choose your brand colors or whatever your client's brand colors are, and you can actually use this as well to bring consistency, right? So that's how it works. Now, this was the basic thing. If you want to apply this to all, you can click on apply to all. Otherwise, it would be applied to only the caption that has been selected. I've currently selected apply to all. So as you can see, all of them have been applied. So that's how it works, right? Now, if you don't want to do this every time, if you want to use the templates, you can do that as well. Just come over to this templates, click on that. And in here, you can basically see there are a ton of templates that are available for your use that has been already created by Filmora itself, done, tested. You can just select them and get going like that. So I kind of like this one. So let's download this. And once this is done, I can actually select this and click on apply to all. This would be applied to everyone by details. If you want to actually edit this, then you can come over to this editing, click on this, and in here you can control any and everything like the fonts, the colors, the active word selection, all of that can be done over here as well. So as you can see, there is no keywords to it. So if you want to add a keyword, you can do that. And let's highlight the keyword with a bluish tinge, right? So let's do this and let's click on apply to all. So now you would see the captions have been changed. So let's play
Welcome
this.
to this module, and in this module we are going to see how you can use PowerPoint to create animated explainer videos with the help of some basic
So you can see this, right?
within
It
PowerPoint.
looks amazing. So that's the power that it has. Now remember, this might be a little larger. So what you can do is that you can come over to this font and you can actually adjust this. So let's make it 22 just for an example, and then click on apply to all. And now let's try this.
Welcome to this module, and in this module we are going to see how you can use
So
PowerPoint
this
to
is
create
quite
animated
attractive to the eyes. Your eyes will stop. So this is kind of scroll stopper dynamic captions that you can use as well. So that's cool. So let's head over to the third thing that we have. The third thing over here is the multiple timeline concept. Now, this is an exclusive concept that has been added in Filmora 15. So let me show you how this works. So as you can see, what I've done over here is that I've added a couple of new tracks, like these two tracks. These you can consider of any video, right? Any video that you have. Sometimes we need a multiple video timeline. So I've done that. Now let's actually go ahead and make this to a compound clip. So let's create a compound clip. And as soon as we have done it, you can see there is a main timeline and then there is a compound clip timeline. So what we can do over here is that we can edit the compound clip timeline separately as well, right? Within this main timeline, or we can come over to this main timeline and from here we can edit as well. So this gives you the flexibility to work faster and work in sync, right? Now, if you want both the timelines to be available at the same position, you can just drag this timeline like this and keep it on top of this main timeline, just like this. Then you can see the dual timeline comes out, right? You can see the compound clip over here on top and then the main timeline here as well. So the main timeline also consists of all these and the compound clip timeline comes over here. So if you want to edit things faster, this is definitely going to be a game changer, right? So that's it regarding this multi-timeline concept, and I really hope that this speeds up your editing task really faster. Talking about speeding up the editing, there is one more thing that has been added in Filmora 15 that can really speed up the things. This is called dual monitor. Correct. So monitor is this one. We definitely know this is the preview section of whatever is being added on the timeline. So let me actually remove these stuffs first. So what previously happened is that we have a video over here, as you can see. So if we play this, it comes over here, right? So that's quite cool. That is how it happens. But say you want to import something which you want to add as an overlay or which you want to add between your videos, right? So let us suppose that this is the clip that I want as an overlay. So previously what happened is that I need to bring this onto the timeline and then I need to actually change it. But now you can come over to this source. You can see this is the timeline preview. If you want to preview the source, you can come over to this source, click on this, and then you can actually click on the source. And as you can see, this is being generated over here. Now, if you want to add something over here, you can do that pretty easily. Say, for example, I want to mark this one as in and then this one as out, right? So I want to add this part of the clip. I can just bring it over here and add this, or I can add this as an overlay like this. So now if we play this, as you can see, now we are within the timeline itself. So if we play this,
module, we are going to see how you can use PowerPoint to create animated explainer.
So you can see this happens seamlessly. And you saw how quick you can do all of these things right now thanks to the dual monitor. So that was our feature number 4 done and dusted. Now we would head over to the feature number 5, which is animated charts. This is another useful tool that you can really pray for, right? So actually graphically representing data always brings in excitement and always makes your viewers attentively listen to you. So it's a very important tool as far as video creators are concerned or content creators are concerned. And this is a game changer. Now, to invoke dynamic charts, AI charts, all that you need to do is come over to this effects. And in here, you need to come over to this exclusive tab over here. And in here, you get animated charts, right? So let's bring that on. So once we click on it, you can see all the different kind of charts actually opens up. You can see there are so many dynamic charts that moves on, right? So this is quite amazing. You can see this kind of visualization can take your videos to the next level, especially if you are doing any kind of financial videos, any kind of historical videos, any kind of survey videos, any kind of videos which involves numbers, facts, and matters, right? So you can actually go ahead and do this, and this can bring a wow effect instantly right in your users' minds, right? So now you would be having a few questions like, okay, Shayan, that is a chart, but how to control? Where from we will get the data? How we can configure the charts? where are the headers, right? So don't worry, I'm here to show you all. So let's go ahead and let's include a bar chart, maybe a column chart. So let's go ahead and do that. And in here, you can see there is a header, and then there are some levels going on. There is a marking over here, and there are some values, right? So now we can actually modify the chart to its fullest amount. Don't worry. So in here, you can come over to the bars, click on that. And in here, you can change everything. You can change the colors. You can change how they feel. You can select either they would be hollow chart or they would be field chart, all of that, right? You can select the opacity, the bar shape, the fonts, the color palette, everything you can change. If you want to make changes, you can do that. Say, for example, I want this color palette, and you can see the color grading changes. So that's how it happens. That was the first thing, which is bars. Then you can come over to this level. And in here, you can change the levels as well. That's up to you. So if you want to add a data point level, you can just click on this. And now you can see the data point level comes up, right? What this value exactly is, right? So you can see that. You can make this happen at the middle. That's up to you, at the bottom or on the outside as well. So that's totally up to you. Now you can go into more details of it. I just wanted to let you know from where you can do which kind of things, right? Then you can come over to the x-axis, and on the x-axis, you can change anything and everything over here. You can change the width like this, right? Or you can actually change the length. You can actually change anything and everything that you want to. You can change the colors, all of that. Similarly, you can do this on the y-axis as well. If you want to change the header, you can come over to this and say, this is the marks obtained for your students. So you can just change it to marks obtained, and boom, there you go. So you can actually change anything and everything within it. Now comes to the legend. You can come over to the legend, and on the legend, you can just turn it on, and you can see the legends are on over here. You can make it rectangle, you can make it circle, anything and everything that you want to. Then you can also change the grid lines and custom axis if you want to. So all of that is possible. You can change the format. You can even change the animations, right? So you can come over to this animation, and in here you can have the animation duration set up according to your requirement, right? So let's do this like this. You can have the bounce effect, you can have the fade effect, you can have the slide effect, all of that. So currently let's keep it grow, and it is sequential. So if I make it simultaneous, then all of the charts will start rising. So this is kind of comparative things. If you want to do, this is a great thing to have, right? If you want to make it more faster, you can just control this time, and boom, there you go. So that's how this all happens. Now, once you are done with it, you can just click on add to timeline, and boom, this would be added to your timeline, and you can work with this right inside your video. Isn't that amazing? No PowerPoint, no Google Slides, nothing required. Everything happens within Filmora itself. So that's quite amazing. Now let's play this and see how this charts. Now you can see this happens a little fast. So if you want to change it, if you want to have a little timing over here, you can just select it, and you can come over to the speed, and you can actually make it a little slower so that it actually happens for a longer time. So now if we play this
explainer videos with the help of some basic animations which are built in within PowerPoint, and we are also going.
So you can see that, right? So this is how it can be done. Also, you can increase or decrease the speed onto your graph as well. Once we want to edit this, you can just come over here, click on edit, and in here, as you can see, if you want to, you can just come over to this animation, and instead of 1000, we can make it something like maybe, okay, let us decrease it from here and make it like 5000, just for an example. The 1000 one is going too fast. Okay, so this is quite good, right? So now if we click on add to timeline, this would become a 5.6 second video, as you can see over here, right? So you can control that as well. Depending on how much time you want this chart to be visible, you can actually change this animation duration to control that timeline. I hope nobody has shown you charts in this much details up to now, right? So that's quite interesting thing to have. So now if we play this
explainer videos with the help of some basic animations which are built in.
You can see this happens quite amazingly. Now you can just come over here, and you can see I have not changed the speed this time. I've controlled this timeline using the animation feature, right?
With the help of some basic animation.
So this is how animated charts works, and I really hope that you guys have found this really, really interesting. So now we are heading over to the last two features that we have. At number 6, we have something called pen tool. Now, to understand pen tool, let's go ahead and start a new project. So let's go ahead and click on new project. So basically, I've added this simple video of a girl over here playing with her mobile, right? Now, I want a glow across this mobile, across the borders, right? So how we can do that? Previously, there were things like shape, but with shapes, the problem is that if we go for rectangles like this, see, we can't properly mark the phone over here, because the phone is a little tilted, but our rectangle is straight. So instead of actually adding a rectangle or circle or arrow, we sometimes need a precise pinpoint marking of things, right? So for those, we can come over and use the pen tool. You can find it from here, or also you can find it from the drawing tools as well. So let's select the pen tool. And once it's done, you can see this kind of pen appears. So you can mark the edges just like this. This. You can see what basically I'm trying to do. I'm doing this really quick. So if you have time, you can do it in a better way actually. So I have marked out a specific position which doesn't involve the finger, but only the phone, right? So now if we play this, so you can see over here. Now, if this mobile moves, what we can do is that we can come over to this pen tool just like this, and then we can actually trim the path, right? We can trim the path, and we can adjust this middle point over here. This is called the anchor point, right? So we can adjust this. We can have the trim path, right? You can come over here and let's make the trim path start at 0, and then let's make it end just like this, right? So to do that, we'll come over to the initial point, and on the initial point, I'll add a keyframe where it would be 0, and then as time goes on, say for example over here, I'll add another keyframe and I'll add this to 100. So this is how the path is going to be drawn. So from this point to this point, the path will be drawn, right? So let's play this now and let's see how this appears. So there you can see the drawing appears seamlessly, right? Now it doesn't stop over here. What you can do is that you can actually select the kind of thing that you want, the dash line, solid line, whatever you want to. Now then you can come over to here, which is called the stroke and effects, and in here you can select the effects. Say for example, I want a sparkling effect to be added, right? So I can select this, and now you can see the sparkle happens. So the sparkle will actually glow up. So let me show you how this happens. Look at that, right? Now, if you want to actually change the intensity of it, you can do that. If you want to change it with something else, you can do that as well. So that's how cool this is. Now, imagine the power that you can bring to the table with this. You can highlight anything and everything. You can make that grow with time. You can rotate that using a keyframe. You can actually grow that, diminish that, whatever you want to, you can do with it. So this is quite amazing stuff to have. I've just shown you a few things. You can go ahead and explore more as well. But then I want to show you another major stuff over here, which is the flight animation. You must have seen in content creators, like big content creators, they actually create a map animation, they say it, right? A flight taking off from USA and landing onto India. So you want to do that, right? So let's go ahead and do that. So to illustrate this, I've taken a map. Now you can take any map that you want to, right? And in here, let's come over to this and let's use the pen tool again. So let's mark the pen tool. And now let us make a travel from this point to maybe here, right? So what we can do is that we can follow an elliptical path just like this and come over to this point. Say maybe I want this as a map animation, this path, right? So what we can do over here is that we can come over to the stroke, and in here we can make it glow just like this. This gives a better path, right? You can see over here. So if we want to make it a little bold, we can actually change the radius just like this. So this gives it perfect, right? And now what we'll do is that we'll come over here and we'll go over to this path follow. As you can see, the path follow, right? And on the path follow, we have several things like car, drone, aeroplane, ship, scooty. All of these are available, right? A ship, there's a girl traveler as well. So there are plenty of things. So let's go ahead and choose aeroplane, and this we have done. So we'll click on link. So now if we see this, you would see there is an aeroplane that is there, right? But one thing over here is that the aeroplane doesn't move. I want it to move from here to here, right? So for that, we'll come over to the pen again. And on the pen tool, we'll come over to the same thing that we had shown previously. That is this trim path, right? So we'll come right at the start. I'll add a keyframe and I'll make this as 0. And then in here, right in the middle, I'll make it 50. That is half, almost. And then right at the end, just like this, I would want to make it 100. So I'll add another keyframe and I'll make it 100. So now if we play this, so let's go ahead and do this. So there you go. The plane takes off and the plane is coming over here and there it lands. So perfect, right? So you can go ahead and do this same kind of pen animation with this. You can make a ship animation on the sea. You can make a flight animation. You can make a drone animation. You can make a parcel delivery animation. You can make a traveler animation, whatever animation that you want to basically, you can do with this. And this believe me, is a game changer. So the very last feature that we have over here is the sub project feature. Now, sub project feature is very important because previously Filmora didn't allow you that. That means, say for example, you have a part of the video that you want to reuse in some other video, not the complete one, but a part of it, say a 5-second clip, 10-second clip. So previously what we needed to do is that we need to export it and then cut off that and then add it back, right? But in those cases, what happens sometimes is that during a project, we have added some animations, we have added some overlays, we have added some callouts. Maybe we don't want them on this next video. But since we are cutting it from exported video, we don't have that option to remove anything. But now with sub projects, you can do that. Let me show you how to do that. You can come over to this file, click on that, and from here you can click on import sub projects. So just click on that, and in here you can see there are plenty of sub projects that is available. So maybe I want this 7 easy Fiverr gig sub projects. So just double click on that, and as you can see, as it was saved with the older version, so it's asking me for backup and open. So let's do that. No issues. So now as you can see, it has been added over here, the entire project. So it comes with the supporting media as well. And if you want to add this project, you can just bring it on over here like this, right? And as you can see, the concept that I told you is multiple timeline. You can see over here, we have this timeline, multiple timeline as well. This timeline shows only the project. And now say, for example, I want only this part of it. Or maybe I want this part of it without any of these call outs. So I can just remove those call outs just like this. And then I can just copy this, Control C, come over to the main timeline, and I can maybe just paste it over here. And there you go. It has been added, right? So now if we play this,
Show you 7 easy to rank Fiverr gigs and easy to perform gigs as well, which can be performed.
You can see that, right? So right now I don't need to actually export it and bring it back. I can just pick any part of my project. I can actually edit it on the go within Filmora itself, and then I can add it to my main timeline. So that's the kind of flexibility that Filmora 15 brings to the table. It makes editing faster, smoother, leaner, and more watchable, and definitely more actionable as well. So that's it for this tutorial, and keep coming back because I'm always at your back. I'm always trying to come up with whatever is being updated. I'll update the courses. I'll keep them updated so that you don't lose the track. So thank you, my friend, for joining in, and let me know if you have any questions. I'm just one question away, and keep enjoying the course. I hope you are liking it. So we'll meet again on the next one.